What happens when the most invincible hero faces off with the most unpredictable anti-hero? Deadpool versus Superman is a clash of raw power and chaos. On one side, Superman is faster than a speeding bullet, stronger than anything, and nearly unbreakable. On the other, Deadpool's wit and immortality make him impossible to keep down. Superman can punch through mountains, but Deadpool can survive anything, even death itself. So who wins? This isn't just about strength, it's about who can outlast the other in the most absurd way. Let's break it down. Let's take a look at what these two can actually do. Superman is all about raw power. He's got super strength that lets him punch through mountains, and he can fly faster than a speeding bullet. His heat vision can burn through pretty much anything, and his invulnerability makes him nearly impossible to hurt. Basically, if you're up against Superman, you'd better be ready to deal with someone who could toss you into orbit without breaking a sweat. Plus, he gets stronger from the sun, which means he's only going to get more dangerous the longer he stays on Earth. Deadpool, on the other hand, doesn't rely on strength. He's got a healing factor that makes him practically immortal. Gunshots, explosions, decapitations, none of it matters. Deadpool comes back, no matter how much damage he takes. He's also got a twisted sense of humor and an unpredictable fighting style that makes him hard to pin down. One minute he's fighting you, the next he's cracking jokes or making pop culture references. It's hard to focus on beating someone who doesn't take anything seriously. Here's where things get interesting. Superman could technically kill Deadpool. He's got enough strength and power to destroy just about anything, but Deadpool can't die. No matter how many times Superman tries to finish him off, Deadpool just keeps coming back. It's like playing whack-a-mole, but the mole never stays down. Superman could beat Deadpool, but it would take a lot, maybe more than he's willing to do. So, Superman has the power to end things, but Deadpool's immortality and unpredictability keep him in the game. It's not about who's stronger, it's about who can last longer. And in this case, Deadpool's got the advantage of time, since he just doesn't stay down. Who would win? The scenario breakdown. So who really comes out on top in a Deadpool versus Superman battle? Well, that depends on a lot of factors, mostly how the fight plays out. Let's explore a few different scenarios and see how things could go down. Scenario 1, head-to-head, power versus power. If we're talking about a straight-up, knockdown, drag-out brawl, it's hard to see how Deadpool could survive Superman's raw power. Superman could throw punches that would flatten mountains, and his heat vision could melt through just about anything. In this case, Deadpool's healing factor means he'd survive at first. But how long can he keep getting knocked around before even his healing factor can't keep up? Superman's focused effort to finish the fight would likely lead to Deadpool's eventual defeat, unless, of course, Deadpool gets lucky or Superman messes up, which he has been known to do. Scenario 2, focused on killing. But here's the twist. What if Superman really decides to kill Deadpool? Now we're talking about a different scenario. Superman isn't known for going to lethal extremes unless he absolutely has to. But if he uses his full strength and doesn't hold back, he could theoretically end Deadpool's immortality, or at least put it to the ultimate test. It would take a lot, probably destroying Deadpool's body down to the molecular level. But Superman could potentially do it, especially if he figures out Deadpool's weaknesses or just powers through the damage. Scenario 3, mind games and wit. Now let's flip the script. What if the fight isn't about strength or taking punches, but more about outsmarting the other? Here's where Deadpool truly shines. Superman might be a genius, but Deadpool's got the upper hand when it comes to unpredictability and mind games. He'd probably keep Superman off balance with jokes, random distractions, and references to things Superman wouldn't even get. Deadpool can never be counted out because his wit allows him to think one step ahead, constantly throwing Superman off guard. In a drawn-out battle of wits, Deadpool could probably keep Superman distracted long enough to win, or at least get a few good shots in. Scenario 4, endurance and stamina. We can't forget the factor of time. If this fight goes on long enough, Deadpool's healing factor may make all the difference. Superman may tire out, or his focus could slip, especially if Deadpool does his usual thing of throwing him off track emotionally or mentally. Superman can't fight forever without rest, but Deadpool literally has all the time in the world. His immortality means he can keep coming back, no matter how much damage he takes. If this goes on long enough, Deadpool might just wear Superman down by sheer persistence. Scenario 5. Who's got more to lose? Another angle to consider. Superman has a lot to lose. His moral compass, the safety of Earth, his role as a symbol of hope, these things weigh on him. If Deadpool takes a more personal or ruthless approach, taunting and pushing Superman's buttons, he might force him to make a mistake. Deadpool knows how to play to people's weaknesses, and Superman's idealism could be his downfall if Deadpool finds a way to exploit it. In the end, the winner of this battle is really up to the scenario. If it's all about strength, Superman's going to have the upper hand. But if it's about endurance, wit, and playing dirty, Deadpool could easily tip the scales in his favor. The real question might not be who would win, but rather, how long could Superman handle the madness that is Deadpool? When we put Superman and Deadpool side by side, it's more than just a battle of strength. It's a clash of what they represent in their respective universes. Superman represents an ideal, a sense of order, morality, and unwavering commitment to the greater good. Deadpool, on the other hand, embodies the opposite: unpredictability, self-interest, and the rejection of conventional heroism. The beauty of this clash isn't just in their powers, it's in how they challenge everything we expect from a hero. Superman makes us believe in a world where good always triumphs, and Deadpool shows us how that very idea is just a little bit ridiculous. In the end, while Superman is the gold standard of what it means to be a hero, Deadpool offers a necessary deconstruction of those expectations. Together, they give us a fuller picture of what heroism could be, and just how different those ideas can be, depending on who's telling the story. Ultimately, a fight between Deadpool and Superman isn't just about who would win. It's about what they stand for. Superman is the epitome of sacrifice and responsibility, always doing the right thing for the greater good, no matter the personal cost. Deadpool, on the other hand, lives life on his own terms, bending the rules and embracing chaos, with immortality as his safety net. So, who wins? If we're talking straight-up power, Superman has the edge. His strength, speed, and near invulnerability give him the upper hand. But if the battle stretches on, Deadpool's immortality and unpredictable nature make him a contender who can't be written off. Ultimately, while Superman might have the power to defeat Deadpool, it's Deadpool's ability to come back again and again that would keep the fight going. It's a match that could drag on forever until Superman finally realizes there's no way to truly stop him.